Usually, you'd buy a Kia because it's simple and reliable. But they want us to buy the new Soul because it's cool. Really?
To figure out whether the Soul is cool or not, I'm going to have to do something quite complicated, and that's define exactly what cool really is. Now, it's going to be quite hard for me because, and this is going to come as a big shock to some of you people out there, I'm not actually cool.
All I know is that old people hate cool things, so I'll judge the Soul by their rules.
They don't like cars that are hard riding. They don't like cars that are overpriced, have tarty bling details, or look funny. The Soul needs to be all of those things to be properly groovy. In fact, I'm calling them the old people's rules of cool.
It doesn't look like a Ceed or any other sensible Kia. The floating roof, headlight glam and little vents are not designed to woo people with small dogs and hairnets. They're designed for people who like hard-riding minis with twinkly trinkets.
So it's got the first old biddy rule of cool nailed. But how about the second one? Has it got youthful driving appeal?
It uses the same chassis as Hyundai's i20 Super Mini, but because the Soul is a lot taller, it has to be firmer.
It is a wee bit choppy in here, and you definitely feel every little lump and bump. Now, it's just about okay for me, but it's a ride quality that would definitely offend your gran.
There are two engines available. This is the 1.6 litre petrol with 124 brake horsepower.
And it is, frankly, rubbish. Basically, it gets from 0 to 62 miles an hour in 11.9 seconds. I haven't driven a car that slow in years. You don't notice it so much in town, but get it on a motorway or an open A road, and you feel like you've got a very slow car.
The diesel is the best bet with a healthy 188 pounds-feet of torque, though neither engine will worry an old lady.
And that's going to do nothing at all for the Soul's cool rating.
There are two criteria left. It's done well in the funny-looking and hard-riding stakes. Now it just needs to be overpriced and have tarty details.
Old people will definitely hate this. Look, you go to open this cubbyhole and the glove box, and inside, they're bright red. Imagine you pop them open to drop in some boiled sweets and spare teeth. You'd be absolutely horrified. Doris would definitely be talking about you in church if she saw this.
Sensible storage and switches aren't cool, but this smart display and techie reversing camera satisfy the old biddy's rule of cool.
You'd think that because this car is painted hearing aid beige and it's got lots of easy access for people with swollen ankles, that Granny would love it. But it's got Soul written all over the seats and an iPod connection, which means that only young dudes in spray-on jeans are going to like it.
It's all adding up perfectly. It's too hard for piles, too funny looking for reading glasses, and too tarty for BHS. All it needs to be now is too pricey for a pension.
And that's where it all starts to go a bit wrong. Because you can buy this wacky-looking, extravagantly designed, hard-riding car for just £11,000. Think about it. If you had 16 grand to spend on a new Mini, you want to spend all of it. Spending 11 grand, keeping 5 and buying a Kia is something your gran would recommend. The Kia Soul will be better if it was more expensive.
That is a ridiculous conclusion. How can you possibly say that?
No, bear with me here, right? Because the coolness of a car has a lot to do with the coolness of the people that drive it, yes?
Right, fair enough.
And I reckon that even though the Kia Soul has been designed to put old people off, it's cheap enough that one or two might actually buy it.
Right.
The moment your mad Auntie Beryl buys one, it's ruined.
So in other words, what we're saying then is for the future of Kia, if you're over the age of 60, please do not buy the Soul. Trust me, you won't look good in it. It won't suit you.
Exactly.